Hello, my name is Jeremy Arney, interim leader of the Canadian Action Party, and like the rest of you, we've probably all been listening to or watching the leaders' debate. Well, that is 3 or 4 leaders out of some 17, or in the case of one French language, Gilles de Sept joined in. What do you think about it all? What do you think they accomplished? For me, it was an exercise in futility, really, when you stop and think about it. All they did was announce their positions on things. They lied to us. They've made promises they can't possibly keep. They even introduced the concept, Ms. May and Justin Trudeau introduced the concept of an infrastructure bank. We're going to get into that a little later, but really, what did they accomplish apart from putting their names and their faces before the public yet again? To my way of thinking, nothing. If I wasn't part of the Canadian Action Party and I watched those, I would think, isn't there something better out there? Isn't there an alternative? Isn't there some way that people are really interested in Canada and Canadians? I don't know. It seems to me that these debates are put on for the sake of the media more than for the electorate. So I have a very simple question to ask everybody who's watching this right now. Give me one good reason, if you would please. And this is a question I've asked a lot of people, and I get people get quite angry with me about it. Give me one good reason why you would vote for and elect and therefore employ and pay somebody to not represent you. And I repeat that, to not represent you. I know the concept is that they would represent you, but the fact is they won't. Because the 3 major parties all have whips who tell them how to vote, when to stand up, when to sit down, when to vote yay, when to vote nay. They tell them what to say and when to say it. Now, that's not representation. It really isn't representation. So why on earth would anybody vote and employ and pay someone and give them the opportunity to get a pension that is unbelievably more than any normal Canadian is getting for no representation? And from that stems another very thing here. This is from, it's a combination of 2 things actually. It's part of democracy, and it's part of why would you elect these people. Bill C-23 and Bill C-50 both deprive Canadians of the right to vote for someone who's going to represent them or not. But our parliament is based on the Westminster model, which is based on the Magna Carta, which was done back in 1215. And there's a very important thing in that, and it's this. The demand for representation has a long history going back to sections 51 and 53 of the Magna Carta, which says that there should be no taxation without representation. So my question, apart from the other one I asked about why would you do it, is if you're not going to be represented, why would you even consider paying tax? Something for you all to ponder. And really, this is what this election is about. Representation, democracy. Do we have it? Don't we have it? Dictatorship? Do we have it? Don't we have it? Are we just looking at 3 people who are vying to be our next king/dictator? Please think about it. There are a lot of independent parties out there, well, independents and small parties, who will be your representative, because that's what they're all about. They don't form parties that are going to take power. They're going to be the balance of power. So please think about this. Are you going to send somebody back who will not represent you? Or are you going to send someone back to Ottawa who will? Thank you. End of this segment.